Szycogaming requested it. He shall receive it. Here's just some of the games that I have on Steam. Yep. All right, so I'll show you basically what I use here first. And if everybody hops on it and they, you want that extra edge, seriously, I'm serious about this. I cannot stress it enough that Razer Surround, they're going to start charging for it at the end of this month. It's free until the end of this month. I will put a comment or a link in the description where you can sign up with Razer and download it for free. This program works great. You'll hear the people behind you. It manipulates stereo headphones to give you an artificial surround sound. And it works really well. The Sennheiser Game 1. Here they are on Amazon. Bam, right there. Yes. See? Right here. Love this headset. It's very, very nice. All right, now we'll get to some of the other stuff. I'm serious about Razer Surround though. I'm serious about it. Get it? If you want that extra edge in any first-person shooter or any game where you have to detect enemies and know where a sound's coming from, DayZ. This program is phenomenal for DayZ. It works fantastic. You just have to make sure when you get into some games and you'll go into like your sound settings, you'll have to put it on 7.1 or surround sound settings. You want to have as many channel sources as you can. So I think 192 is like the highest channel source you can get, and that's basically like different sounds in the environment. Like you'll have 192 different points, so you'll have a better picking up of where sound's coming from. Alright, for video editing, I use Vegas Pro 12 right here. For editing graphics, I use Inkscape, which is a free program. And here was my last Wolfenstein video, which was extremely intense. This was episode 4, escaping for breaking into the prison. I use SoundForge for hardcore editing of audio. If I really need to edit or cut something, this is what I use. For when I make my own songs, I use Fruity Loops 11. Now, to the good stuff. I will show you. Oh, actually here. Blender is what I use to make the intro. Free as well. GIMP 2 to edit sometimes on if you want to edit titles too, also free. Inkscape, GIMP, and Blender are free, and they work very good. Like Inkscape is a vector line program, which is similar to Adobe Illustrator, and it's open source free. You don't have to pay for it. GIMP is basically Adobe Photoshop, free as well. And Blender is, I don't know what the Adobe program is. What's the animator? Whatever one is for the 3D animation. That's what Blender is. Alright, so now I'll cross over to my phone and I'll show you my rig. Alright, so we are to my phone now. I'm actually using my headset because I got this special connector here that allows me to plug in the 2 into the 1. It goes into a single connection over here. So I'm using my headset to record this, and I have a Nokia 1020. So we're using 41 megapixel, awesome picture. So I have the Asus VQ 24 something, 144 hertz monitor, less than 1 ms refresh rate, fantastic. You got your Cheez-Its up here for emergency snacks, hydration. Got the mouse pad to keep the headset nice and fresh. Got my new chair. It's awesome. It's got locking positions. Fantastic. Necessary. You need that ergonomics. We got Razer Black Widow 2012, and then we have the Battlefield Taipan, Battlefield 4 Taipan, and the Battlefield 3 hard mouse pad. I suggest hard mouse pads. They work very good. Like you know, it's a hard mouse pad, but it's got a very nice texture to it, and you know, it's got a cool little graphic on it. Actually comes in a really sweet hard case. You know, when the zombies start to attack, we got, you know, our emergency tactical big in here. Got the 45 flashlight, all set to go. Now we got my robots here. They give me some support sometimes when I need my back covered. And you got a little big planet. You got a little sack boy there. I got not the actual sack boy over on the other side of the room. Here's my rig. Self-built. We have the Corsair 760T graphite case, and I normally run around 35 to 44 under extreme load, which I have the Corsair H100i liquid cooler, closed loop, with a push-pull on it. The push-pull, if you don't know, is the fan's pushing this way, and then I have a fan up here pulling out. Push-pull. Got the 240 millimeters in the front. This is what runs my computer. This is my boot drive. This has my drivers, everything like that on it that's necessary for the computer to run. This is my main hard drive here. These two Samsungs here, these Samsung 840 EVOs, 250 gigs on each one. And they're running a RAID 1 or RAID 0 setup, so I have 500 gigs, and it's striping, so it's basically putting half data on one disk and then half data on the other disk, and it just works so fast. You know, here's, you know, the SSD or the SATA cables. This is it took me a very long time to get it this clean. Like you see, there's no cables like just hanging around anywhere. We got 140 AF140 in the back. We have SP120s on the H100i. I have 4 sticks here of G-Skill Sniper 1866 RAM, 8 gig sticks, so 32 gigs total. I have the 4770K, 4770K Intel i7 core. And we're running the Asus Formula 1, Formula Maximus 6, sorry, motherboard. And we have a EVGA 770 with 4 gigs of RAM on board. Very, very sweet. Works awesome. This is like my main storage drive, just like randomness. Like this is where like my programs are stored. No games. Games are stored on those two. That's it. Then we have on here, this is my Raptor. It's a Raptor drive. Can't really pull it out too far, but it's a 1 terabyte, 10,000 RPM drive. And it works. It's silent. This is the newer one. That's, you know, it's got the little cage. It's silent. Very, very, I recommend it highly to anybody who's looking to get a really fast hard drive. I do have a CD drive, which is hidden behind this sleeve here. So, which I like very much because CD drives, you know, they're ugly. This is my Asus overclock OC panel, which overclockers could use. You can actually control jumpers and stuff with it. Let's get the focus on here. It's not focusing for some reason. There we go. Now, I guess that's really it for this computer. There's nothing really else in here. Like I said, this is the 760T Graphite Series Corsair case. I love it. Just got it. Now, it's got nice buttons up top. It's got two 3.0 SATAs, or USBs, and just 2 regular USBs, and then the front I/O. You know, it's got your fan selection. If you actually wired the fans into it, you could go between 2 settings on it. And yeah, this was my old computer. Well, it's not really an old computer. Well, I guess it is an old computer. It's like 3 years old now. But it's an Asus G53SW. I upgraded it with 16 gigs of RAM. And yeah, that's pretty much my setup. Thanks for checking out my rig, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. And if for any questions you ever had about my setup, I hope that answered it. Please, everybody, have a nice day. This is ShRiKA. Stay epic, people.